Okay, you amazing quad. Let's look for some fine points where we can make some improvements. First of all, I wanted you to know that from a distance and without slowing anything down, you guys all look like you are really well synced, and you are pretty well synced, and it's pretty amazing for this being the first time and under these conditions. So bravo. Now let me just show you a little bit. You can see that Bob is already starting down. I'm going to just back him up a little bit into the moment of the release, I hope. You can get those blades back in the water. There we go. Blades are back in the water and they're going to come out. I'd like to see a little more layback on Bob's part and Jeff's part. I think probably you're okay, Paul, and Ronaldo, you're probably okay. I'd like to see Bob start his hands away before his body starts over. So if you watch here, his hands are, let's see if we can get it out. There we go. Okay, so there's a little bit of a delay, right? So he's out here and his hand should go right away, but he always delays a little bit and we can see it there. So we're still waiting for the hands to come away, but watch what happens when his hands come away, and that is his body comes over at the same time. Now, I want to celebrate that his body comes over because we don't always get that in all of us. But I'd like to see a little lead out with the hands first. So if the hands didn't stop and they just let out right away, then the hands going out would pull the body over. Let's take a look at Jeff, Paul, and Ronaldo here. Okay, so here you are coming out of the water. Pretty well timed, by the way, coming out of the water together. But Jeff, I feel like you're going right in out of you're like they're no longer in the layback, and it looks like everything is just kind of moving together without the hands starting. They do finally start. But then I'd like to see a whole lot more body angle. And Jeff, I think you might get that by putting a seat pad on, because I don't think that we can adjust the feet. But if you look, you kind of like get body over right here. Now all of a sudden the angle, you reach for more. That's going to throw the boat off balance a bit. So you're going to lose some set there. So really, by here, before the knees start, you should be in body over. You can see Bob is a lot more in body over. Let's see now. Let's go back and find Paul. Okay, so here we are. See if I can pull you guys back a little bit into the picture. Okay, so get you back to the moment of the release. I think we're beyond it. Let's see. So coming through here again. Good. We're releasing right here. Sorry for my a little bit of bobble here in the way I'm pulling things out. So Ronaldo's out a little bit earlier than everybody else. Oh, maybe we're coming back to the catch. My bad. Yeah, that's what we want. So Ronaldo and Bob are already squared up. That's very obvious with the blades. They're squaring earlier than Jeff and Paul. But I don't remember that you were having that much trouble coming out. So it looks like you guys, well, you're following Bob well, who's not getting away right away. Okay, so his hands are coming out. Okay, so Jeff, I would say it looks to me like you're just not using much body swing. It looks to me like your hands are just coming out, and then we don't get that body swing, that body over really set up. But I was really trying to look for Paul, so let me come back and look at Paul. Okay, so here we go. Paul is coming out. And Paul, it looks like you're already doing everything at once also. Like, and it's hard to see from here. No, I take that back. Blade is out, waiting with Bob. Yeah, you too. I really want you guys to separate this and really let the hands lead into the body over. And then, let's see. Yeah, I'd love you to get a little bit more body over, Paul, but again, it's always, in your case, somewhat a question of rig, if we can help you rig for the tightness. So Bob is already in. Ronaldo is almost in. I would say Bob and Ronaldo are almost in. And then, so Jeff and Paul, you're just a little bit late getting in. In fact, you are getting in right there, which means you're only getting not even, I would call that not even half slide any longer because you've already started to open your backs. So you're getting in late. So can you see that? Let me see if we can get it over here. So here's Bob, and I'd love for Bob to be able to reach into the catch a little bit more, but Bob is about to bury. Bob is buried. Ronaldo's a little bit behind. So the two of you, Jeff and Paul, you're not anywhere near in. Jeff, you're a little, or Paul, you're a little bit ahead. But do you see, Jeff, that we're not quite in yet? Paul's burying now. And here you come, Jeff, but you guys have used up a lot of legs. So that's where we really need to work. And it'd be good to have some good water and do some single strokes where we work on getting to the catch with the blade in together and don't even push. Just can we get that timing down, get the blade in, then push. So I would love it if you guys want to come out and work together. I'm open if you want to come out at a different time so we can work more together. I just love seeing you guys row. It's such a thrill. We're a little bit heavy for this boat, but this is the best we can do. I think everybody needs to lose 5 pounds. I'm kidding. Just want to hear if you're into doing any racing. And don't anybody feel obligated. We do have some gentlemen in the wings, right? So let's keep going. Let's see what we can see. Looks to me also like the handle heights, like the left hand is higher than the right coming through. Just looks that way. It's hard to really see. Let's look at this stroke, what happens here. Yeah, so Jeff, a little more backswing, and then definitely some forward swing. So it might help to put you up on a pad. Good. Nice take to the water if we could just get it. See, you guys are really in now, and you've really lost a whole bunch of your drive. So nice hang on everybody. In fact, I think a little bit earlier I was looking at this, I was feeling like I would like Bob to delay a little bit his arms and really use his back. Let's see if this one shows this. I'm going to just stop it for a second, see if we can get it in here. Good. So yeah, so here's where he's losing a little bit. Could have gotten it in sooner. So do we see he's already starting to use his arms. The back hasn't even finished yet, right? The legs haven't even finished. So the legs need to finish, or he needs to backswing a little. Actually, from here, he needs to backswing a little with a little more intention right here, and then pull the arms, but the arms are way too early. So the backswing is really ineffective. Let me show that again just in case, because I think it's really helpful for everybody to see. So he starts really well. He loses a little bit of slide as he buries the blade. Now here, what I really want him to think of is to push a lot longer and then let the back take over for the arms. So push a little bit more, keep that back a little bit more forward. Now open up. And he never gets fully back to the time when it's time to take the blades out. Just a little bit late, okay? So that's where I would work, and that would help. If Bob could do it, it would help everybody. Let's see if we got anybody else to look at. Let me see if I can pull this forward a little bit. Okay, and you can see Bob's doing a great job of blade prep. And I think Ronaldo was following that pretty well too. Bob and Jeff and Paul still a little bit behind, so your blade can't be ready at the same time as theirs. And then trying to get these blades in as we come forward. And so there's actually a little downward movement, Paul and Jeff. Do you see how your arms, if we watch the trajectory of your arms into the, somewhere here I have a drawing ability and I'm not seeing it. But if I put an arrow through Jeff's shoulder, it would go down toward the water between his shoulder and his wrist. The hands are actually pointing down towards the water right there. I think it's pretty visible, which causes that skying. So you see that the blades actually go up before they come down. So that's something we really want to avoid. Okay, so I think that's enough. I'll send you the whole video and you can look at all of it without any interruption. And I hope my comments help. I'd love to see you guys keep working together.